Video Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
Welcome to the Old Time Radio Network Detective Stories, continuing America's love affair with private eyes. We now go back to the early days of radio and our imaginations with our feature presentation.
We present Galbraith and the King of Diamonds, a serial in 6 episodes by Robert Barr, with Bernard Hepton, Tom Watson, Cyril Shapps, Peter Dineley, Richard Davis, and Eva Haddon. Episode 5, Appointment in Zurich, in which the King of Diamonds remains in Amsterdam, whilst Galbraith chases the Queen of Hearts.
The plot to kidnap and murder the wealthy diamond dealer Andre Gelder had taken an unexpected turn. David Cater, who had planned and carried out the kidnap, had succumbed to dreams of immense wealth and had tricked the syndicate, with whom he had promised to share the loot. Emil Jacobus had set out to search for Cater and had been found dead, murdered in daylight in a sport park. Oh, by the way, my name is Galbraith, Bill Galbraith, ex-detective. I had been hired to help protect Gelder, the diamond dealer.
It's time I had a positive report, Bill. I mean, you were paid to protect Gelder?
Not strictly true, but let it pass.
And your only lead to him was Jacobus. And now Jacobus is dead.
I think he was killed because he was getting too close. He was searching in Ustzahn. Now, do you know any connection between Gelder and Ustzahn, or Cater and Ustzahn?
No.
You said Gelder had a plan to protect himself.
Well, he wasn't satisfied with the way you were going about it.
Are you?
Well, of course.
So he hired a killer. Now his killer has got rid of my only lead.
And I admit he isn't easy to work with.
You can say that again. He wouldn't have my protection. He wouldn't have police protection. He was so sure his wealth would buy anything. Now he's in Cater's hands and he'll get himself killed. Has any of his money been touched yet? Any of his checks been cashed?
Well, that isn't easy to find out, you see. The Amsterdam police are having a try. Your friend Kurt Lindemans is onto it now.
This whole damn business is so secretive. Trying to get information about uncut diamonds is like trying to get the plans of Fort Knox. I wonder Cater had the nerve... Kurt. Any luck?
It took some time, Bill, but I got it. Our Dutch bankers are so cagey, but it looks like Cater is already at work. Gelder has written to his bankers asking them to move certain funds to a Swiss bank.
How much?
In pounds, 2.5 million.
Oh, Cater is aiming high.
Gelder also phoned his banker this morning to tell him that he's taking a holiday, to explain that the transfer is part of a business deal and that he wants it done immediately with no questions asked. And they're doing it.
Gelder's call. Do we know where it came from?
It was a local call.
But he's being robbed and you can't stop it?
How can we stop it, Mr. Evans? Gelder told his servants he was going on holiday. He's told his bankers the same. They have authority for the transfer in his own writing and a phone call in person to confirm it.
Who is the money being transferred to?
Transferred to his own account in Switzerland, in Zurich. The switch will be done from there.
He has a much bigger fortune in diamonds. Has anything been done about them?
We can't, Bill. There was also a letter to the security guard at his safety vaults telling them that he was transferring 4/5 of his diamond stocks. And a phone call in person confirming it. They say he was in good spirits and talked about taking a holiday. And he said something about a partner.
A partner?
Yes, Bill.
Did he give the name of this partner?
No.
Well, in money and diamonds, we reckon there must be £6 or £7 million involved. And Cater is trying it on his own.
He's not just trying it, he's doing it. Once the money is in Zurich, the Swiss bankers will obey the instructions. They always do.
And the diamonds?
The same can be said about diamond trade. Uncut diamonds. Gelder has authorized the transfer, and it will be done.
And when it's done, Cater will kill him. You say the phone calls were local?
Yes, but Amsterdam is a big city.
I think Jacobus was getting near to the hiding place. He was found dead in Oostzaan.
By the pavilion in the sport park.
Are there any unoccupied houses there? Or empty buildings where Gelder could be held?
A few. We'll have them searched. But I doubt if he's being held in an unoccupied house. But anyway, now that the money and diamonds have been transferred, Cater will be off.
Do you think Gelder is dead?
I don't know. But Cater will have no further use for him.
Gelder?
Yes, Mr. Cater.
It is just the matter of the transfer of the diamonds. I have the documents here, all typed out, saying that they can be shipped on the signature of your partner.
I have no partner.
The widow of your late partner. Now sign.
There you are. What now?
I have to go away for a while. You should be quite comfortable. I'll leave you enough food.
When it's over, you promise I'll be released.
If you behave yourself, and if all goes well. Don't try to shout. You won't be heard. And don't try to break out. You won't make it. I'll have someone keep a check on you. Later, he'll release you.
Alive, I hope.
Why not? It should all be over in a few days. If not, then you will be dead. Goodbye, Mr. Gelder.
We'll make a police search of Oostzaan, but to search house by house may take several days.
Well, we must do it. But first we must consider every other possibility. Jacobus was our best lead. If he was killed by the man hired by Gelder, then that man is now searching for Cater. Do we have any idea who killed Jacobus? Did anyone see him at the sports park?
No. Jacobus had been dead about 2 hours. He was found by a couple of lads who came to open up the pavilion.
So we have an unknown killer looking for Cater. Now, what else do we have? We know Jacobus first met Cater in Paris when Cater joined the syndicate. Have we anything further on that, Tom?
No, just what's on the Jacobus file.
Well, then let's go further back. Cater is being helped by his girlfriend, Anne-Marie. I first met her in London when she was trying to get some money out of you.
Well, she wanted the money to break free from Cater.
Well, I don't believe that, but let that pass. I saw her at her flat. She had a photograph of Robert Spence, the young diamond courier who was killed. She had photographs of David Cater, but tried to hide them. She was short of money and tried to sell me some names. Do you have a copy of my report, Tom?
Oh, it's in London, in the office. Well, I could get it
No,
for you
no,
if you...
no need to. I'll remember. She mentioned names. A young widow in Paris. Van Driffen? Van Druten. Does the name Van Druten mean anything?
Gelder once had a partner named Van Druten. He died some years ago. Julius Van Druten. He left a young widow.
Now we're getting some connections. We've had Paris twice. Cater met Jacobus in Paris. The young widow Van Druten lives in Paris. Kurt, you said Gelder mentioned something about a partner to his banker.
His company was once called Gelder and Van Druten, but he's owned it himself for years.
But the name will still be known in the diamond trade.
Oh, yes.
Gelder and Van Druten. Now, what was it the girl said to me about the widow? Something about money. Yes, Cater was making a play for the widow and spending her money. Good. You keep looking for Gelder. Tom and I will go to Paris and try and find the widow. And if we do, I think we'll find Cater.
I can give you some help, Bill, officially. An introduction to my opposite numbers, the heads of Interpol in Paris and Zurich.
Thanks.
Yes, I'll write it now. The chief in Paris is Jean Leclerc. The chief in Zurich is Lander. Peter Lander. You'll find him very helpful. Here, when you see them, give them my best regards.
I will. And if you get any trace of Gelder, let us know.
Oh, before you go, Jack Milne has made a good recovery. Do I still look after him?
We'll see him before we leave. Bye, Kurt. And thanks.
Good luck.
You said a holiday, Tom. Follow a courier and then have 2 peaceful days in Amsterdam.
I'm sorry, boy, but I really did believe that. I thought I was helping you to the quiet life.
I've had a week in Amsterdam, and now we're off to Paris. And I'm sure you'll end up in Zurich.
Will you stay with me, Bill? Well,
why not?
personal now, is it?
Yes.
Cater.
I was thinking of Jack Milne.
Oh, of course. Look, I'll leave some cash with the lad, Bill, for his return home, and I'll tell him his job is still waiting for him. I'm sure he'll be glad to be out of this one.
Out of it? Why?
You were asking that. You were the one who wanted to...
If he's anything like his old man, Tommy, he won't let you push him out of it. He'll feel he's an account to settle with Mr. Cater. I'd like to test him.
Well, we'll see how he is.
Hello, Jack. How are you feeling?
Quite good.
How good?
Well, I've been up and about for a couple of days. I've been wondering what happened to you.
It's a long story. I'll leave you to talk to Mr. Evans, and I'll have a chat with your doctor.
Evening.
Morning, Doctor. Remember me? Galbraith.
Oh, yes. You came with Commissaris Lindemans.
I've been talking to your patient. He tells me he's been up and about and feels quite well.
Oh, he's made a good recovery. We're pleased with him.
Is he strong enough to travel?
Why?
Well, I'm off to France, and it looks like he wants to be active.
Oh, yes, he's strong enough to travel. I take it this is a holiday.
Well, for him, it will be a holiday.
Good. A few days' rest should see him fully fit again. I'll sign him out, and he can go with you now.
How does it feel to be free?
It's good to see the world again. Like coming out of jail.
More like coming back from the dead. They nearly succeeded in killing you.
Ah, well, I'm a strong lad. What's been happening?
Well, since they took you, or since we found you?
Well, I know what happened when they took me.
2 men, you said?
Yes.
Well, we got one of them, Eddie Brent. Do you identify Cater?
Anytime. I'd like to get my hands on him.
Well, you might. We're looking for him now.
Can I help?
Ask Mr. Evans. He's your boss.
How do you feel, lad?
Well, I'm all right, sir. Being stuck in that hospital didn't help, but now that I'm back with you,
The doctor said a rest, boy. A holiday, no more. And Bill here agreed.
Where are we going, sir?
Paris, looking for a widow named Van Druten and a girl called Anne-Marie Lowens.
Have you ever heard that name mentioned? Lowens.
No.
She's Cater's girlfriend. If we can find the 2 women, we'll find Cater for you.
Then I don't need a holiday. This widow, Van Druten.
She's known to her friends as Betty. Have you heard her name mentioned?
No, sir.
Betty!
Anne-Marie, how nice to see you. Come in.
Thank you.
When did you arrive in Paris?
An hour ago. I had a bit of trouble parking the car.
Oh, it's quite a trouble, isn't it? Is David with you?
No.
Oh.
But I have a message for you from David.
Oh, good. Coffee?
I'd love some.
Fine, I'll fix it and we can talk. You've got a message from David?
He wants to take you on holiday.
Truly?
Tomorrow. He wants you to meet him in Zurich. He has rooms booked. Everything's laid on. He's been missing you, Betty. I think he's in love with you.
Then why has he stayed away so long?
I don't know. I think he's been busy.
Can I ask you a question, Anne-Marie?
Yes.
Are you in love with David?
Me? Oh, good heavens, no. Why do you ask?
Oh, it was you who introduced us, and you were very friendly.
Then, let's just say you cut me out. I think he's quite mad about you.
You're not jealous?
No, of course not. I have a boyfriend of my own, and David is yours. You know, when we meet, he talks about you, talks about no one else.
What does he say?
He'll tell you himself tomorrow.
In Zurich? Oh, I love Zurich. I must go shopping, buy something special. Will you come and help me?
Well, of course, I'm your friend, and I love shopping.
Well, this is your room, Bilbach. Paris style. Do you approve of it?
Well, it's lush, magnificent. What's the catch?
So the agency spares no expense when buying experience, and I need yours. Now, Jack's room is next door. Mine is across the corridor. I think we'll use this one as our headquarters. Do we eat first or get down to business?
We get down to business.
Right, over to you.
All right. You own the best investigating agency in London.
Yes.
You have rich clients like Andre Gelder, and you say you have good connections in Europe.
I have.
Then, first of all, let's see if Mrs. Van Druten does live in town. The phone directory. S-T-U-V, Van, V. Van Druten, Van Druten. Here it is, Van Druten, Elizabeth. An address in the Avenue Clichy. Very posh. It seems all Gelder's friends are in the money.
Give me an hour to look up some contacts. I'll check on her.
Check on her friends, her habits, her car registration, her credit. When Anne-Marie was pretending to be on our side, on your side, she said some nasty things about the widow. A bit bitchy.
If Anne-Marie is Cater's girlfriend, I'm not surprised. And if the widow finds out, the fur will fly. Anyway, give me an hour.
Sure.
Oh, and while I'm gone, have a talk to Jack. He's a good lad and will do anything you ask, but he lacks your kind of experience.
All right.
I'll send him in.
Come in, Jack.
Mr. Evans said you wanted me.
Yeah, sure. He said to have a talk. First, I have to apologize for not looking after you at Schiphol. Letting you be taken.
Oh, I should have been watching for it, sir. It was my own fault.
Now, don't call me sir. Call me Bill.
All right. Bill.
Now, what did they want of you?
They wanted the parcel of diamonds I was carrying for Mr. Gelder. Then they wanted me to phone him and lead him into a trap.
You refused?
Well, yes. Yes, Bill.
So they knocked you out, drove you to Naarden, and dumped you in the sea.
Yeah. Filling me up with gin first.
Cater is playing for very big stakes, and he won't let murder stand in his way. When he has Gelder's fortune, he will kill him too. Kill anyone. So don't try to tackle him alone.
I'd just like to get him.
Wouldn't we all?
Have you seen him?
Not yet. I've been expecting someone to lead me to him. You, Jacobus, Anne-Marie, Gelder, and now Mrs. Van Druten. It may not be long.
What do you think of it, Anne-Marie? Isn't it lovely?
Oh, it looks like it was made for you.
And the hat?
David won't be able to resist it.
Oh, you think so?
It's perfect. Suits you.
I tell you what.
What?
Let's go to Zurich today and be waiting when David arrives. A surprise.
Why not? He'll love that.
Come on, then. Let's pack. Anne-Marie?
Yes?
You said you're my friend. Will you tell me something?
Anything.
David is such a nice boy, but...
But what?
Well, he always wants to talk about business. Talk about my husband's friends and about diamonds. Do you know why he really wants to see me?
It's because you have so many things in common. He trusts you. And that means he needs you.
I think he does. Oh, I can hardly wait. What else should I take?
Oh, well, it's always best to travel light. If you need anything, let David choose it when we get to Zurich.
In which case, I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, have you two had your little talk?
Oh, yes, I've been learning a lot about detective work.
Well, you couldn't have a better teacher. There was no better detective of the yard than Bill Galbraith. But he threw it all up because... Oh, what was it because of, Noble?
I wanted to dig a garden, but we're not here to talk about me. Now, what have you found?
Well, I've checked on Mrs. Van Druten, the very wealthy widow. So they say. But rather trusting and very foolish. Getting to be mutton dressed up as lamb, but still very pretty. I'm afraid she's in for a shock.
Is this speculation or fact?
Fact. She has a visitor. From the description, it's Anne-Marie Hotfoot from Amsterdam. They went shopping together like they were preparing for a holiday. Dresses, cosmetics, and a visit to a beauty salon for Madame Van Druten. Then they went to a travel agency and booked a flight together to Zurich.
Looks like the Merry Widow is being set up for a visit from Cater.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Now, we could book on the same plane, but Anne-Marie knows you and she knows Jack. Oh, do you want to make a confrontation of it?
No. I want it to be a surprise. We follow them.
Oh, I'm sorry you haven't had time to enjoy your lush apartment, but I'll see what I can do for you in Switzerland.
I knew there was a catch in it. Let's get moving.
Well, get your bags. I'll find a porter.
You all right?
Yes, I'm all right. Where is Mr. Cater?
I don't know. We don't mention names. Like you don't ask me who I am, I don't know who you are. And I didn't hear the name you mentioned. I come to see you're all right. I bring food. You say thank you and no more than that. Right? So here you are. Jug of fresh water, flask of coffee, enough food for the day. All right?
Thank you. Before you leave, do you know who I am?
No.
My name is Gelder. Andre Gelder. I'm sure you must have heard of me. If you'll do something for me, I will pay you well.
Oh, save your breath.
I'll pay you 1,000 guilders. 10,000 guilders.
For what?
To let me free.
No.
Take a note to a friend. You'll be well paid.
If you're going to bother me like this, you'll starve, I warn you.
So think about it.
No, you eat your food and behave yourself. I'll be back tomorrow.
Wait.
What is it now?
Will you make a phone call for me?
Look, mister, it'll be your life or mine. No, thanks. No.
Anne-Marie?
Yes?
Oh, I can't believe it. We're here. And David actually booked the rooms.
I told you he had. Are you pleased with them?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, what a lovely view. I do love Zurich.
Well, there's a note here. It's addressed to you. It's in David's writing.
Oh, which means he's here. Let me have it.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, he says he has some business to do. He'll see me later. What kind of business?
Men always have business to do.
And he says that he has business to talk about with me. Why me?
Because he relies on you, Betty. He needs you. This afternoon we'll go shopping again and...
Who is it? David! Oh, David, you were teasing me. Your letter said that
I know what my letter said. It was so that I could surprise you.
Oh, it's a lovely surprise. Oh, I haven't seen you for so long, David.
I think I'll leave you two together. See you in the morning, Betty.
Anne-Marie?
Yes?
You'll phone me in the morning.
Of course. Bye.
Now, we're alone.
Is it a holiday, David?
We start now. I bought tickets for the ballet tonight. And then I take you to supper. And tomorrow we go sightseeing.
Your letter said business.
There is a little business. It can wait.
Do you love me, David?
You know I do.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, darling. Darling.
Oui, monsieur.
Je suis Galbraith. Je voudrais voir Monsieur Lander.
Is he expecting you, sir?
Yes, I phoned today. He said I could call.
Just one moment, sir. Le monsieur Galbraith est ici, Monsieur Lander. Oui, monsieur. Mr. Lander is waiting for you, sir. Room 38. Along there to your right.
Thank you. Peter Lander?
Oh, yes? Come in.
Bill Galbraith. I have a letter of introduction from Kurt Lindemans.
Oh.
He sends his best regards.
Kurt and I are old friends. He telexed me this morning, and then phoned, put me in the picture. It seems you have trouble on your hands.
Yes. Part of it is an Interpol matter, part of it's private. That's why I'm here.
Some money has been transferred to one of our banks.
A very large sum of money. £2.5 million.
Kurt said that it will be done legally under Gelder's signature. If so, we can't stop it.
No, but we can stop the criminals. I have two photographs here. An Englishman, David Cater, and his girlfriend, Anne-Marie Lowens. I believe they're both in Zurich. They may be booked into hotels, probably the best hotels. Can you check?
Oh, yes, I'll do that.
There's also an innocent woman, Madame Van Druten. Do you know of her?
No, no.
Well, at least we think she's innocent. This Cater's a smooth talker. And she'll be used in making the transfer of the money, also the transfer of a large stock of diamonds.
There isn't much we can do about the money if the transfer documents are in order. Our banks are protected. But we can help you look for these people. We'll give you all the help we can.
Thanks.
We'll check on these two and let you know.
Did you have any luck, Bill?
Well, I saw Peter Lander.
Did you tell him about the murder?
Jacobus or Spence?
Both.
Lindemans told him. But that's Kurt's own affair. So will Gelder's death be if it happens in Amsterdam. Galbraith?
Peter Lander, we've checked out the hotels for you. There's no David Cater or Anne-Marie Lowens booked in at any of them. But there is a Madame Van Druten. She's booked in at the Regal, room 357.
Thank you.
Any time, if you need us.
Goodbye. No Cater and no Anne-Marie.
The elusive Mr. Cater seems he's always careful.
And with a fortune within his reach, he's sure to be. But the widow is here. He has to show himself.
Why did you stay away so long, David? Tell me, what have you been doing?
Well, I've been working for your friend, Mr. Gilder.
You haven't. For Andre?
Why not? We get along very well together.
It's just that Andre is so straight-laced, so remote. He doesn't have any friends.
Doesn't he? Oh, well, then, let's say he found me useful. He asked me to do a bit of business for him.
What sort of business?
Well, really, he wants you to do some business for him.
Me? Why, David? I don't know anything about his affairs.
That's why he chose you to help him. I'm just the messenger boy.
Oh, David, you said a holiday.
No, it's for your friend Andre, and it won't take you a moment. Then we go to the theatre, have supper, start our holiday.
What's that?
Oh, it's what he asked you to sign for him and take to his bank.
Well, it's for the transfer of money, David. And it doesn't say how much.
You know, Andre, he doesn't tell anyone his business. It says available funds. You just sign it.
But why me, David?
Your husband was his best friend, Betty. His partner. The name's still respected in business. Now, look, there's Andre's signature. You recognize it?
Yes.
Well, all you have to do for him is to sign there and take it to his bank.
Oh, it frightens me, David. Suppose I made a mistake.
You can't make a mistake, darling. It's simply a transfer for him of available funds. It might be very little. A transfer from his account in Zurich for a business deal. I have a letter from Andre explaining it. Would you like to read it?
Yes.
Yes. Here it is. Satisfied?
Yes.
So, tonight we go to the ballet. And tomorrow you take this to his bank.
Yes, David. Now, please, forget about business.
Come in. It isn't locked. Oh, come in, Peter. Just the man. Let me introduce Tommy Evans, Peter Lander, Chief of Interpol, Zurich.
Glad to meet you.
And Jack Mill.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Oh, will you have a drink with us, Mr. Lander?
Oh, thank you.
Now, what brings you here?
Well, we still haven't found your pair at any of our hotels. I came round to see if I could help.
We were just kicking it around. Somewhere in your city, Cater is in touch with Mrs. Van Druten. He's softening her up, getting her to sign a transfer of money in Gelder's name. Now, can we find out where it's being transferred to? Or who it's being transferred to?
Oh, no. Sorry, we've been in touch with Gelder's bank. We have a department that deals with this sort of thing, but we have no powers. The bank assures us that it is in order and confidential. They can give no names.
Your drink.
Cheers.
Now, we're trying to prevent another murder, and we're trying to prevent a criminal from becoming very wealthy. Now, there's another point. When this money deal is done, there will be a transfer of diamonds worth about £4 million. So I think Mrs. Van Druten is also in danger.
Oh, we have a watch on our hotel. If anyone visits her, we'll let you know.
It's getting late, David. I think I should be getting ready for the theatre.
Oh, there's loads of time.
It'll take me an hour, and I look such a mess.
Yes, all right. Oh, Betty, one more thing. Andre asked if you would also sign this.
Oh, what is it?
That was just part of his business deal. He transfers some money, he sells some diamonds.
Oh, but again, it doesn't say how much, David. It just says as arranged.
You know how he is. He makes his own arrangements.
Oh, I'm sure I'll make a mistake. He's so rich. I'd like to speak to him first.
You can try. But he told me he was going on a business trip.
I'd still like to speak to him.
All right. Do you have his number?
No, I haven't.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get him for you. Yeah, exchange. I want a call to Amsterdam. A personal call to Mr. Andre Gelder. Will you check the number in the directory? And ask him if you'll take a call from Mrs. Van Druten. Yeah, thank you.
Just seeing that you're safe for the night.
I've no choice.
I'll clear the food away.
I told you my name, Gelder.
I'm not listening.
You should listen for your own sake. Cater is going to kill me.
Well, then why didn't he do it before he left? My orders are to keep you alive.
Until he returns. You could be in trouble. Will you take a note to my home?
No.
To the police?
If you know what's good for you, you'll keep the police out of this.
Then take a note to my home. My housekeeper will pay you. I'll say you helped me.
No one can help you, so be quiet and go to bed.
Wait!
Room 357. Ah, just a moment. It's your call to Andre.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Good evening, madame. This is Mr. Gelder's housekeeper speaking.
Oh, good evening, Hilda. May I speak to Mr. Gelder?
Oh, I'm sorry, madame. Mr. Gelder's gone on holiday.
Do you know where he's gone?
No, madame. He just packed and went off. He didn't say where.
Do you know when he'll be back?
No, madame. Soon, I hope. Have you a message for him?
No. Thank you, Hilda. Goodbye.
Goodbye, madame.
Well?
As you said, he's gone away.
Yes, he's on this business trip. Satisfied?
Yes.
So you'll do as he asks and sign.
Oh, not now, David. It's getting late and I have to get dressed. Are you staying?
I've got to get changed, too.
Will you call for me?
It is late. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll send a car for you and meet you at the theatre. I'll be waiting for you.
Are you cross with me?
Of course not. I'll be waiting. Bye.
We've been keeping a watch on the hotel, but Bill, she did have a visitor. He made a phone call from her room.
Do you know where?
Yeah, to Amsterdam, to Gelder's home. She then spoke and was told he was on holiday. We didn't catch sight of her visitor arriving or leaving. We sent a maid to her room, but she was alone.
He has the luck of the devil. No one has seen him since we got on his trail.
The young widow is still at the hotel.
I think we'll go there.
Well, David, did she do what you asked?
No, not yet, Dammer. But she will. Oh, how are you, darling?
Impatient. So tell me what happened. Is she still gone on you?
All the way. Jealous.
So long as you don't go too far, keep it to business. You're mine.
She's just a bit scared, that's all. Scared of Gelder and of making a mistake. She wanted to speak to him.
And did she?
I put a call through to his home. She was told he was on holiday.
Oh.
She'll sign.
No nice holiday for the widow?
No. I think a little disappointment will bring her to heel. You meet her at the theatre. Tell her I've been delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I meet her again and make it up, she'll do what I ask. Yeah, it's time you were going.
A car has called for her and she's on her way down. Do you know her by sight?
No.
Ah, this is her. Here she comes.
Goodness, she's pretty.
I'd put it higher than that. She's rich.
Why is it criminals can get the pretty ones? Come on, we'd better get a taxi and follow her.
Can you see Cater?
No, but I can see his girlfriend, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, are you joining us?
David asked me to meet you, Betty. I have the tickets. He's been delayed.
Why?
He's trying to trace Andre for you. Isn't that what you wanted?
No, I want David.
He'll join you as soon as he can. He just asked me to keep you company until he gets here. It's time to go in.
Oh, very well.
They're going in. No sign of him?
We've got to get him tonight or Gelder is dead. He may arrive late. We wait.
that wonderful?
He didn't come. He promised.
Oh, he may be waiting for you at the hotel.
Oh, he better be. Why is he always doing this to me?
He's trying to help you, Betty. You said you wanted to speak to Andre Gelder.
Oh, damn Andre Gelder. If David wants me to sign these things, all right, I'll sign them.
I bet he's waiting for you.
Oh, do you think so?
Yes. Let's go.
Well, he didn't show up. And here they come.
What happens now?
Wait for it.
Are you coming home with me, Anne-Marie?
If David's waiting for you, do you want me to?
No. Bye.
Bye.
Two women. That is all. No sign of your man?
No, and they've split up. Problem. Which one is going to meet him?
I would ask which one is more useful to him. It was a man who booked the theater tickets. Your Miss Loans is still here?
Peter, if your men will keep an eye on Mrs. Van Druten and the hotel, I'll look after her.
Oh, it's being done. But your one is in no hurry to leave. Is she waiting for him?
No, I think she's waiting until the crowd has gone so she can have a look around. Make sure she isn't being followed. I'll bet she is the one. I'll see you later, Peter.
Right.
Well, how was Copelia?
Wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Did she miss me?
She wasn't too pleased, David. And she expects you to be at the hotel. I told her you'd be there.
A little disappointment will do no harm. She'll sulk, she'll cry herself to sleep, and when I see her tomorrow, she'll be pleased and she'll forgive me. She'll sign.
The trouble with you, David, is that you know women too well.
Yes, I also know men. I judged Gelder to a T. When I got him, he was almost eager to hand over his money and his diamond stock. He was impressed because I'd left nothing to chance.
What will you do with him?
Oh, don't worry about that.
But
tomorrow it'll be over. We'll be off. A life in the sun.
There's Betty. When she knows you've let her down, she'll scream.
You think so?
I know she will.
Just leave her to me. Who is it?
Room service, sir.
Oh, let him in.
Right.
What's he want?
It's Galbraith.
That was episode 5 of Galbraith and the King of Diamonds, with Bernard Hepton as Galbraith. Tom Watson plays the part of Cater, with Peter Dineley as Gelder and Cyril Shaps as Lindemans. Anne-Marie Loans as Eva Haddon, whilst the Merry Widow, Betty Van Druten, is played by Frances Jeter. Tom Evans is played by Richard Davis, with Bruce Alexander as Milne and Peter Hawkins as Lander and the Jailer. Galbraith is written by Robert Barr and produced by John Browell.